seat with local products and from right here in the North Peace. This is Energetic Eats, brought to you by the Fort St. John Co-op. You're at home here.
Another episode of Energetic Eats. Today we're going to be talking to Stacy from TH German Taste. We already ripped up the food she brought us, so it doesn't look as awesome as it did earlier, but it's certainly going to taste awesome. And
oh yeah,
and did look awesome. You'll have to take our definite word for it. We were just so excited to be eating it, Stacy, that we couldn't help ourselves.
And I'd been spelling it for so long.
How you doing, Stacy? Thanks so much for joining us on Energetic Eats.
I'm doing great. Thank you for having us on. I'm going to represent me and Mom. As usual, she's being a bit camera shy and watching my little guy in the background. But yeah, thanks for having us on.
You're very welcome.
So I guess, excuse me, first a question to get us started is kind of what got you into making this type of food?
So it was actually Mom that started it by herself. It was, I was actually pregnant at home, so she did it by herself. She basically semi-retired from her main job, and she joined the local farmers market. And she really just wanted to bring a piece of home. We came to Canada 16 years ago from Germany. So she just wanted to bring a piece of home with the traditional German authentic, the heavy sourdough rye breads, the authentic German pretzel products that were actually, done the right. Not that did it in stores here is necessarily wrong, but they're done it that way a little differently. Pretzel products, like the real pretzels, pretzel buns, and the way, like we brought you guys some pretzel cheese sticks, pretzels and pretzel buns and stuff like that. Pastries, in a way, some of the cakes that you can get in Europe. Mainly in Germany is what we focus on, the German cakes, but we do kind of sometimes go into European style cakes as well, like Italy, or we've done a Norwegian cake for a wedding here as well, for a family friend that we knew. But we try to stick more to the German stuff, but just to bring a piece of home here, and for things that we missed, and we knew a lot of German people here that felt the same, and so she just played with recipes until she had it just the way she liked it, and people liked it, so she started bringing it to people, and they said sell it. So it started to kind of roll with it, and 5 years later, here we are, I guess, and I started to help out, and I helped with the English more or less, and some of the social media, and then here and there started cooking and baking, because she taught me when I was yay high, and here we are.
Wonderful. Yeah, and you guys are very busy, because I think I first phoned you in the summer to kind of set this up, and it's just kind of, we had to keep pushing it back, but I'm glad to finally be able to chat with you guys. Is this a labor-intensive process? How do you guys make this? You basically make everything fresh every morning very early, don't you?
Yes. So everything is done freshly. Like most of our products are always done a couple hours prior. Pretzel products are usually only good for 8 to 12 hours, and then it just gets rubbery, or it's just not the same. You can freeze some of the items, but then there's a certain process that you should do to get the same texture, the same crunch, or again texture back to get that same taste and texture. I just want to again accentuate that to the product. We take the food very, very serious. It can't just be lackluster. It has to be a very certain way. We take that very serious. If things aren't a certain way, we don't sell it. We're not happy with it, we don't sell it. For the farmers market, she got up at 2 a.m. just to have it done for the morning.
Wow.
Certain donuts and whatnot we made fresh there on site, as an example. So again, we do things now that we're permitted. We do things only fresh to order. Our sourdough rye breads are good for around 2 days, but then we will mark them down, and then they're good for another day. And then we would say not good for selling anymore. You can keep them on your counter, etc., for a little longer, but we suggest freezing and just for fresh keeping and all that stuff. Because fresh is just a thing in Europe. Like that's why in a bakery in Europe, you go there, you buy your stuff fresh, and then the next day you buy fresh again. And then that's why there's limited amounts when you go, and then it's sold out. And then the next day you just have to take your luck to buy fresh again. If it's sold out, it's sold out. And that's why there's always just certain quantities available. And same with at the farmer's market this year. if we were sold out, people were obviously not always happy if we were sold out, but quantities is important. If you overdo it, your quality is going to suffer. And we're a family-run business. We are not planning on hiring. We plan on just staying within the family, so that ingredients and recipes are very important to us, and that things are done a certain way. So the love for it is important.
Absolutely. Well, I'm very excited to start tasting these. So why don't we start with, I think, kind of the traditional pretzel, which I've got a piece of here that's got a bit of salt on it. Tell us a bit about this and the process of, making that quick. Is this more or less hard than some of the other things you make, or are they all kind of made from the same sort of starting dough and you just shape it differently?
So the pretzels, I'm not going to give you too much info because I'm not going to lie to you. That is something that Mom wants to keep a little secret.
Oh, okay.
Because there's, the pretzel stuff is something that she's keeping quite secret. So, so there's the authentic pretzel, the authentic German pretzel should have a crunchy top, which is the crunchy twist part, and then the belly of it should be a little thicker, and that should be a little softer, and that's the part that should have the salt on it. And in Germany, actually, when you go to the bakery, that's the part that sometimes gets even cut open, and then you'll have butter put on it. I remember as a kid, at lunchtime, we would go to the bakery and we would get a buttered pretzel, and that's where they cut the belly open, put butter on it, and that was your lunch or your breakfast for school.
Wow. And I think
as an example,
I saw Laura there looking really, it was very tasty.
It was very good.
Yeah. We want to try this one now. It's kind of like a cheese bun, eh?
Yeah, so that one is a cheese stick pretzel, we call it. So it has the similar process to the pretzel, same dough. But so that one, she kind of does more of a twist to it. And that one gives you more, that one you could use more for a sandwich because it gives you more of the dough, right? And it gives you more of the softer inner part. And then obviously we have the goodness of the cheese. Who doesn't want the cheese?
Yeah.
That one we also offer without the cheese for the lactose intolerant because we do have those. But just with a sesame drizzled on top. So you get the little crunch still for the sesame seeds on top as well, which is also still actually quite, it sells quite well for some customers.
Yeah.
Again, for the lactose intolerant.
It's very delicious. The pretzel bun here, I see, kind of another kind of pretzel.
Yeah, so
product,
again,
right?
same process. Yeah, so same process. Some people, again, just prefer it for their sandwiches, or some people loved it for their goulashes and stuff like that, right? Or around Thanksgiving, people loved it for just that extra elevate your turkey sandwiches, right? Just
God, I love pretzel things.
elevate it.
All right, and you did provide us.
That's
I'm sorry, Stacy. I was just going to say you did provide us with kind of a dessert as well. This was
Yes.
I forgot the name of it again. You have to remind me. A peach something.
peach pastry.
is.
Pastry. And believe it or not, lots of
Pastry.
our customers call them peach thingies. They just show up and they're like, "Oh, I want those peach thingies."
And you know what they're talking about. The peach thing.
Oh, like 100%. Yep.
I'm gonna make a disaster of myself.
Yeah, delicious
You
but messy
might. I'm not
because
gonna lie.
it's so flaky.
Yes.
Wow. I'm going to be wearing this
Yes.
all day now.
Oh, that's
Outstanding.
good. Oh, that's very good.
Wow.
As well as you guys did have some of our sun-dried tomato garlic butter, and I think we had some of our sun-dried tomatoes that come in a canned jar as well, that we make, that we sell in jars as well. Yeah.
Yeah, all delicious, all wonderful. Wow, I wish we could eat more of it.
I'm gonna try one of these tomatoes.
Okay, sounds good. I'll handle the last question though. We got asked now that we've tried this. I mean, it's all so good. You've got lots of great products. Tell us a bit about where people can order it. How can they get their hands on this to try it now that Farmers Market's kind of wrapped up for the season?
Yeah. So this year we were at the Try to Like Farmers Market a lot, as well as now Facebook. Definitely get a hold of us on Facebook, via text, via email, via phone call, anything you really prefer. You can find that on Facebook as well. Then at the Fireweed Market, starting on next Friday, we will be selling our pretzel products as well as our sourdough rye breads, fresh every Friday. We're working on some other items, step by step, baby steps, to bring them in as well. We're looking at a few other options for some other stores in the new year as well. And yeah, we're excited to be bringing in more to Fort St. John. And yeah.
Excellent. Well, Stacy, I really appreciate you taking some time to chat with us today. I know you guys have been very busy, but this is all great tasting stuff. So thanks for letting us sample it and to talk to you about it.
It was delicious.
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. That's Stacy with TH German Taste. Again, you can get a hold of them by following them on Facebook or call them 780-918-2317 for more information, and check out their products at the Fireweed Market starting next Friday. Energetic Eats is brought to you by the Fort St. John Co-op.
This is Moose Country.
Hi, this is Ted with PIMS Production Equipment. If you're noticing your office phones are